Hello students, in third year electronics and telecommunication, we are going to learn the subject control system and PLC. PLC, that is programmable logic controller. First of all, we will see the course outcomes for the subject CSPLC. The first CO is identify different types of control systems. Second, determine the stability of the control system. Third, test the performance of various types of controllers. Fourth, maintain various components of PLC based process control system. Fifth, maintain PLC based process control system. So in this subject there are 5 units, 5 chapters, and from that the first 3 units are on control system and last 2 units are on PLC, programmable logic controller. Here is the teaching and examination scheme. In this, in the teaching scheme, we are having 4 lectures and practical of 2 hours per week. So the total credit is 6. You have to give the theory paper of 70 marks, which is having 3 hours, and score minimum 28 marks. For the practical, there will be internal end semester examination for 25 marks and progressive assessment for theory as well as practical will be of 25 marks. So totally the subject is having 150 weightage. Remember, this is very scoring subject. It is having derivations and some numericals, so you will enjoy that. Here are the theory contents. First unit is basics of control system, in which the subtopics are: first is control system, in which basics of control system, its block diagram and practical examples. Then classification of control system, in which open loop and closed loop control system, its block diagram, practical example, comparison. Then linear and non-linear systems, time varying and time invariant systems, practical examples, comparison. Also, we will see servo system in this. Then transfer function. We are going to study the transfer function of some open loop and closed loop systems, RC, LC, RLC circuits, their differential equations, transfer functions and analysis using the Laplace transform. So here we have to recall some Laplace transform formulae from mathematics. We will do that. Okay. Next, block diagram reduction technique. So in this we are going to see need of block diagram reduction, then reduction rules and examples of block diagram reduction. Next, unit 2 is time domain stability analysis. So first point from that is time response, which includes transient and steady state response. Then standard test inputs such as step, ramp, parabolic, impulse and their corresponding Laplace transform. So here we are going to see the test inputs and their Laplace transforms. We have to remember the Laplace transforms. Then analysis of first order and second order control system, in which poles and zeros, first order system, second order system and the time response specification. Again, it is very much interesting point to calculate these points. Next is steady state analysis of type 0, 1, type 2 system, the steady state errors, error constant and numerical problems based on that. Stability. Here we are going to see the system of stability, root location in S-plane, analysis of stable system, unstable system, critically stable system, conditionally stable system and relative stability. Then Routh's stability criteria, the steps and procedures to find stability by the root stability criteria. Then third unit is process controllers. The first point from it is process control system, its block diagram and functions of each block. Then control actions, in which we are going to see two types of control actions, discontinuous mode and continuous mode. Then composite controllers, it includes PD, PID and PI controllers, their output equation and response. Next is fourth unit, fundamentals of PLC. So as I have noted, the first three chapters are based on the control system, and unit 4 and unit 5 are of PLC, programmable logic controller. Again, programmable logic controller is very easy and interesting topic. So here we are going to see PLC block diagram, its classification, need, benefits of PLC in automation. Second is description of different parts of PLC, CPU, function, scanning cycle, speed of execution, then power supply, its block diagram, function of each block, then memory, input and output modules. Okay, so these are the different parts of PLC. Then PLC installation. Next, fifth chapter and the last one is PLC hardware and programming. So here the first point is discrete input modules, its block diagram, specification of AC input module and DC input module, syncing concept, sourcing concept in the DC input module. Second point is discrete output module, then analog input and output modules, I/O addressing of PLC, PLC instruction set and simple programs based on PLC, or it is also called as ladder programming. Okay, thank you for watching this video. We will meet in the next video starting the first chapter from control system. Till then, happy learning.